You're listening to the One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
Hey kids, welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Weinbaum, and this week we are going to pick the fights for UFC Rochester. So if you're on the Rockfin, welcome. And if you're not on Rockfin, you ought to. Rockfin.com/Aaron Weinbaum. You get all types of exclusive content, including moi, Ben Askren, Chael Sonnen, Adam Hunter, even a little Nick Diaz sprinkled in there. So awesome. And if you're on MMA Torch, welcome as well. But enough of the pitches. First, let me talk about UFC 237. Man, I really picked on a few legends to come up strong. I didn't pick BJ Penn to win. I thought it would go the distance just like it did, but I was wrong about Anderson Silva. I was wrong about Jose Aldo. So, bummer, but it was a good card. I enjoyed it, but for a free fight, I guess not really free because you're paying ESPN Plus, but I'm a fan of a few of these fights for this week in Rochester. So, takes place Rochester, New York at the Blue Cross Arena. Awesome. And I hope it's a Saturday card. It is. It's May 18th. Yes, May 18th is a Saturday. Right? It has to be, right? Yeah. Okay. I guess, let me just double check here because I think it's a Saturday. All right. I don't know why I was thinking there was a Sunday card coming up, but there probably is at some point. Those always come up in the weird little holiday weekends, but enough of that. So if you are on the Periscope, feel free to hop in. If you're on the YouTube, feel free to hit subscribe. And I'm going to get right to it. This fight's kind of under the radar, way down in the prelims here. Pat Cummins versus Ed Herman to be contested at 205 pounds. Pat, he's had a couple of tough ones here, man. Loses to Misha Cirkunov, Corey Anderson. Before that, he snuck a few wins in. Gian Villante, Jan Blachowicz. You know, Pat Cummins does not look like the biggest guy out there. I've seen him go up against, Glover Teixeira, and like he looked huge. You know, Glover did. And then you got Ed Herman, 3 losses as well. Or not as well, but he has 3 recent losses. Gian Villante, split decision, CB Dalloway, Nikita Krylov, but he does have a win against Tim Boetsch, and that's kind of a big deal. This is a tough one to pick, man. You know, like I said, Pat's not that big. Ed fought as low as middleweight, but he's been at 205 for a while. Both these guys I like, man. You know, obviously Cummins got that grinding wrestling style. We'll see how Pat does with that, or how Ed does with that. But, you know, I think my instinct here is going to be Pat Cummins. He out-wrestles him. But, you know, Ed Herman could put some hands on him. You never know, and just bloody him up. That guy gets beaten, bloodied, battered badly. Say that 10 times fast. So, yeah, I think Pat Cummins walks away with this. Another sneaky good fight here. Charles Oliveira versus Nick Lentz. You know, Charles Oliveira, who could never make weight at 145 pounds, still wants to go to 145 pounds. I hope he never goes to 145 pounds because he is on a tear at 155 pounds. 4 wins in a row. Clay Guida, Christos Giagos, Jim Miller. That's no joke. It submitted Jim Miller. I mean, that's a big deal. And just recently submitted David Tamir. Hasn't lost since Paul Felder back December 2017. Wow. But he's got an impressive record here. Let's go to Nick the Carney Lentz here. He sneakily got a couple of wins in. Gray Maynard's got a hot sauce Holtzman. Loses to David Tamir. Beats Will Brooks. He's not the most active fella. But, you know, he did just fight in February, so that's pretty short. You know, before that, he's got wins over Michael McBride, Danny Castillo. Okay. Wow. How do I pick this? Because I think I'm going to have to go a strength of schedule thing. You know, a win over Gray Maynard in 2018 is not the same as a win over Gray Maynard and, you know, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Back when he was fighting, it was probably even longer than that. He was fighting Frankie Edgar. Yeah. Strength of schedule, though, we got a couple killers that Oliveira has beaten. Jim Miller, Clay Guida. Yeah, I got to go Oliveira. I don't know if he submits him, but he can certainly catch him in something, especially in that first round. Especially if Nick's going to try to grind him. We'll see if Oliveira can work some jiu-jitsu magic and come out with this win. So yeah, exciting women's fight. Aspen Ladd, Sierra Eubanks, who was scheduled to fight for a title but never did. All right, well, Aspen Ladd has never been beaten. I believe she had a missed weight problem. Yeah, she missed weight. Oh gosh, it's been a while. Yeah, I was thinking it was sooner. It was July 2016. So I thought for some reason she had more weight cutting problems than that, but I could be wrong. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, back to Sierra Eubanks. Never got that title shot, unfortunately. She did just miss weight. That's why she is moving to bantamweight. So I think she'll do better there. But she has wins over Roxanne Modafferi, Lauren Murphy. She has a loss against Aspen Ladd way back in Invicta. So I like this is kind of an revenge situation to avenge her loss. Too many N's there. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. Let's see here, and then let's take a look at Aspen. Like I said, never been beaten. Tanya Evinger, and she starched her. She got her. I did not expect that. I thought Tanya was going to come out on top of that. I haven't seen much of her first. Beats Lena Landsberg. Wow. Whew. Rematches are tough, but I think when you got somebody's number, you got somebody's number, and it was a tough decision. If I remember, it was a hard-fought decision fight. Yeah, I got to go Aspen with this one. Now what a main event this is, man. This is crazy. You have two guys that have fought 155 pounds, okay? And Kevin Lee and Rafael dos Anjos. And wow, how good has Rafael looked since basically reinventing himself at 170 pounds. Now, I know he's had a few losses sprinkled in there, but he has fought nobody but killers. I mean, this guy is not getting a break. He doesn't get an easy night. And you got Kevin Lee cutting way too much weight, clearly. Al did a great job against him. I'm not saying that's because of a bad weight cut or anything. I'm not taking it away from any fighter. He showed up on weight. He looked like he was in shape. He looked fine. This is one of these cases where I think both these guys are probably better suited at 165 pounds, if that ever happens. But Dana White says it won't be happening under his watch, but we've heard that before. There was never going to be a women's division and whatnot. So, interesting fight. Let's look at Kevin Lee, what he has done. Of course, he loses to Al Iaquinta. He beats Edson Barbosa. He loses to Tony Ferguson. This guy doesn't get an easy night either. Beats Mike Chiesa. Beats Francisco Trinaldo. All right. So it's just kind of a who's who in the lightweight division. And then look at Dos Anjos. He's moved up to welterweight for a while. He loses to the two top guys, Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington. These are way different caliber guys than the fight than what Kevin Lee's been up against. And I'm not saying that because of talent. I'm saying because these are guys who are big, 170-pound grinders, man. But he has a win over Robbie Lawler. I think Robbie's knee about fell off. But, yeah, that was crazy. I thought Robbie was going to walk him down. He has a win over Neil Magny, Tarek Safadine. And then, he loses his last two before moving up. So Tony Ferguson, Eddie Alvarez. Look, I'm a strength of schedule guy. Kevin Lee's not been at this weight. I'm sure he's going to feel great. I'm sure he's going to feel nourished and hydrated and all of that comes with it. But he has not been against the adversity, against these grinding guys in the 175-pound division that Rafael dos Anjos has. And I got to go Rafael. I think he's going to probably grind it out, but he could finish Kevin as well. It would not surprise me, but I think it's just going to be a hard 5 rounds for both these guys. I think he's going to be a little too much for Kevin. Maybe in the earlier round, Kevin's going to be all right, but I think Dos Anjos will just outlast him, outgrind him, and he'll get the decision. That's it. I think we've done it. If you like what you see, please feel free to visit my website. Endorse me on the Rockfin. I see I have a few watchers. Thanks for watching. You could have participated, but I'm out. Until next time, shalom.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.